Look, I don't know if this is allowed. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this, but we're just gonna relax together, okay? So get in the tub or wherever you find relaxation at. Grab some popcorn. Grab your favorite drink. My drink of choice is tea. I always gonna like set the mood and get like some wine, but I don't drink. And I want y'all to like really comment and tell me how y'all would handle this situation. All right, I have to free up some space. So, like I was saying, I really want y'all to comment down below if you're watching this and just let me know how you would handle this situation. So, back in December or January, my cousin had got proposed to at the zoo. They had like a photographer there, and so he's working. Okay, he's working, and so I noticed him, and so I was just like, okay, photographer, okay. He caught my eye, and so I asked my auntie, well, my godmother. I asked my godmother. I said, you know who the photographer is? Who's photographer? Who is he? And so she was just like, I don't know. His family, my cousin's boyfriend, his family hired him. I don't know, or whatever. So I was like, okay. So I waited like 2 days later, and I asked my cousin, the one that got proposed to, I said, when your photographer sends you your pictures, ask him for his app, slide in his DM. So she cracking up, my auntie cracking up. They was just like, you better get it, you better get it. And I was just like, yeah. I said I didn't want to interrupt him, so while he was at work, so he could have got good pictures. I said, but he ain't at work, so I'm gonna slide in the DM. And so everybody was laughing, and it was just like, get him, girl, get him, girl. So he finally sends the pictures. She sent me his IG. I waited, and then I slid in his DMs. And I said, I typically don't do this because I feel like it's the guys. I just feel like guys should. No, I said, I typically don't do this. I said, but you were working, and so you probably didn't notice me, but I noticed you. And I would like to get to know you. Or I would like to, I think I said I would like to get to know you or something like that. Something, right? And so, or maybe I was just like, you're handsome, you caught my eye, I would like to get to know you. I said something along those lines to him. So he writes back, and he was like, he sends me a friend request. My page is public, his page was locked. So I followed him back. I sent him like a request. So then he writes me, and he's like, LOL, that's what's up. He was just like, yeah, I definitely was working. I didn't notice. He said, I really didn't notice anybody. I would definitely love to go out and get to know each other and get a drink. All of this, right? And I was just like, okay, sounds like a plan. And so I was just like, okay, sounds like a plan. And so before I tell y'all what followed, here's the question. Since I reached out first to tell him I was interested, wouldn't you think, like, what would you think the next move should be? Comment down below. So moving on. So weeks has passed, days passed, weeks passed, months passed. Well, after it got to like a week, I lose interest in people so fast that it probably should be a crime. But like, if I feel like I'm bugging you, I'm over you. If I feel like I'm chasing you, I'm over you. If I feel like anything, like if I'm not feeling appreciated, I'm like over you. So the fact that he didn't write me to set up anything, that was like a major turn off for me. And so like I was over it. But I like kept him on my friends list. We like, he would comment on my story, I'll comment on his story, and that was that. And so he had posted something and was like, the post was, just because a girl asks you for money doesn't mean you have to give it to her. And then, so that was the meme. Just because a girl asks you for money doesn't mean you have to give it to her. And then he wrote at the top, but she can get this D. And so I wrote back to him, and I was just like, and just because you want some don't mean you gotta you gonna get it. And so he was like, why do girls always feel entitled? Just because we have sex don't mean you get money and And so I'm like, why would you wanna like have sex with someone and not like spoil them or whatever? And so he was like, I don't play that, I'm very financially stable, and just like going kind of in a little bit. And I was just like, he was like, I don't play that, I'm very financial stable, and I don't even like that when girls spend money on purses, shoes, and all of that instead of saving and having a 401k or a Roth. But like, I was just like, whoa Jamal, don't pull out the knife. And so I was just like, okay, I believe in saving as well. I was just like, but I also believe every so often in spoiling myself as well. And so we were still going on about that conversation. I don't know how we switched over to him not following up about the date, but I was just like, yeah, I'm not interested anymore. So I don't know, because we unfollowed each other and everything. And I'm quick to delete an inbox thread. Let me see. Don't come in here getting an attitude because I didn't pursue something you started. Just because you are a woman does not place you above inviting a man out that you reached out to. And I was like, before we continue on with our lives, not caring if we communicate with each other ever again, you stated I addressed you, so I should also set up the date, question mark. So I put a question mark in like the thinking emoji, and then I continued. I was like, in my head, since I brought it to your attention that I was interested in getting to know you, I was hoping and thinking you would take the lead and set up the date, but that was my fault. So now we can go on being blessed and thankful, enjoy your life. And so that was like the last conversation, and like I unfollowed him and then he unfollowed me. And so I was just like, and I was talking to my friends, and I was talking to like my best friend, like that's a male, and I was just like, am I wrong for thinking that he should have took the lead? And my male best friend was just like, sometimes dudes feel like, sometimes dudes do feel like that, like if you reached out first and you set it up. He was just like, but me being a man, he was just like, I would take lead or whatever and set things up. I was just like, child, if you weren't interested, just say that. I was just like, but I'm not about to. Yes, I reached out to you first because you was working, and you even said that you didn't notice anyone because you were working. And so I don't know, I'm not gonna say what I was thinking because I don't want to be judged. Oh, actually you scared me. I don't know, like this is my thing. I have no problem with like setting up dates. I have no problem with like planning something, but I feel like the first couple dates, definitely, like the first, I would say like 3 to 4 dates should definitely be something that he planned, to show interest and to show, like, I don't know, like, to me, that's like, that's showing me that you can take lead. That's showing me that you take control. Like, I don't know, like, I'm a very, like, when I'm in a relationship, I'm soft. But if I feel like, so like, if I feel like, so I can be very submissive. I have no problem with being submissive if I feel like the guy that I'm with can lead me and lead me correctly. And so for him to be like, you should have set it up, you should have did that, for like the first time of us getting to know each other, I'm like, is that manly? Like, this new age of dating is crazy, because I honestly, and I could just be stuck in like the olden days, but I just really feel like the first couple of dates, the guy should definitely be setting something up. Like, what do you mean you want me to set the first date up? Or like the first time we meet, like, what do you mean? He not for me. He not for me. What's wrong? You want some water? But I'm about to chill. I think that's the end of this video. Just let me know down below how y'all would handle a situation like that. Let me get this crazy boy some water, because he just looking at me. You know, he literally will stare at me until I get him whatever he wants. I will show y'all, but my panties is on the floor. He's so dark. Oh, not you coming. Okay. How you gonna go right back out of focus? Focus on me. So I'm about to get him some water, cause he just looking at me right now. Hopefully you enjoyed this chill with me. We really didn't sip anything. Bing. But deuces.